So I just moved to a new city. I don't know nobody here. I'm hella lonely, and I wanted to make a video about why this is a good thing. I was reading some crazy statistics, and it's like 99% of people are loners or some shit like that. Did you ever notice how it's that weird kid that no one talks to that always turns out to be a G? Like, they have the most pure and animated personalities. It always be the weird kid. It always be the kid that is spending time alone that always turns out to be thinking at a different level. My barber told me some real shit. He said, it doesn't matter how long I've been married to my wife, I'm gonna never know her. And that's his wife. You will never fully know anyone other than the person you spent every minute with. So in engineering, we learned a lot about inputs and outputs, right? And you gotta realize that everyone and everything around you is an input that kind of creates the program of who you are. And I've been looking back at stories from people I knew in university and high school and stuff. They're around the same people, they're hitting up the same clubs. A lot of these guys are now in jail or they've been shot up. If I allowed just a few more inputs of that environment into my brain, it would have been much different. It was that time that I spent alone that turned me into who I am today. It's also about unleashing your inner child. When you're around the devil's tactics, drugs, drinks, social media especially, you grow up too fast. Kids just be doing whatever the hell they want, bro. They be just experimenting. They see something and they want to do it. I just want to climb on this ledge. What does your mind call you to do? Sometimes you just gotta do it. People be like, what the hell, why you want to do that? That's not regular. That's not normal. People don't do that shit. A kid just don't care. A kid never be tripping about why. They just see something and they go and do it. I want to climb that tree. I want to draw a dog. And I'm gonna do it. Why you want to do that? What's the point of that? I don't know, I just want to draw a goddamn tree. You can't be tripping about what everyone is gonna say. You probably don't want to fit in with everyone else. You don't want to get into the same habits and the same actions that everyone else is doing. Everyone that wants to be like everyone else, you can't be around those people when you're trying to be the one. The people that change the world for the better, they probably spent a lot of time alone. That time alone is precious. That time alone is how you build who you are. If you don't build who you are, someone else will. You need to associate pleasure to the time that you spend alone, not pain. You as a person are like this. See, this sculpture was just some rocks or something, a big piece of rock. And someone came and they sculpted it how they wanted it to be. When you are alone, all you got with you is yourself and God. God is always watching you. The more you can build your relationship with the awareness of who you are as a person and how you want your relationship with God to be. You don't have to be religious to understand what I'm trying to say to you. Just know that it's not just you. Life exists beyond the confines of this. And you can also find solitude while you're around a lot of people. Like me right now, I'm walking through the street and there's people walking past me like, what's going on? But really, I'm here alone right now. You're able to choose when you have solitude. You're able to choose when it serves you and when it takes away from you. And if you can get that in your mind that I'm not alone right now, God is watching what I do, and God has a set of requirements of what is good in a person, what is moral, what characteristics should you have, then you don't get caught lacking when it comes down to accountability. Oh, should I do that? Should I not do that? I mean, no one's here. You're there. God is there. God is watching you. Now, don't get me wrong. This is the world of competition, and this is the world of growth. I'm not saying don't talk to people and be on your own and be a weirdo. You need to engineer your life. You need to engineer who you are, and you need to engineer what change you want to leave in the world. You need to be able to recognize that, yeah, these people bring benefit to my life. These people make me a better person. And it doesn't have to be on some like exchange with everyone, but if all you're getting from your relationships is a dopamine rush, that is a sign right there that you need solitude. Oh, I love the dopamine rush I get when I'm around Bob. Oh, I just love it. Don't be an NPC, bro. The people I know molded me. They turned me into the person I am today. There is a whole world outside of here. And the way that you perceive it makes it what it is. I learned some crazy shit from a white guy. He said pervasiveness. And I don't know what that means, but he explained it to me. And basically he said, we be thinking that one thing is wrong in my life and we perceive that as, I'm wrong. Oh, I'm fat. Shit, my life is over. Instead of looking at it as, oh, I'm fat. that means I have to work on this area. Key point, this area, not your whole life, this area. That don't really got nothing to do with solitude. I just wanted to share that. I don't think that a life should be fully lived in solitude. You could be the best of thinkers. You could understand the meaning of life and all this stuff in your room late at night. If you don't do nothing with it and you just wake up tomorrow and spend the whole day thinking again, you are not that needed in the world. I'm sorry to say. When you're in solitude, that's your time where you're going into engineer mode. You're going into like, let me recode myself. You need to disconnect yourself from everyone saying you gotta do this, you gotta do that. That's when you need to be alone. Like today, this loneliness epidemic is a crazy thing. It's really a crazy thing, and that's why I wanted to make this video, because I think that you could twist this into the most positive thing. It's really not a bad thing to be lonely. It's just a bad thing to be lonely forever.